All right, we're going on a quick test drive here. We got 7,725 miles on the odometer. Very windy today, so we're gonna have a little bit of wind noise. Absolutely gorgeous interior. The steering wheel is perfectly straight. It doesn't have any type of shimmy to it. Downshifts are perfect. Brakes feel solid. Zero complaints with the drivability. And then I'm gonna hit the brakes a little hard here. Yep, perfect. No shakes or shimmies. No vibrations. Beautiful, beautiful car. All right, we're gonna do a visual condition report. So we're looking for scuffs, scratches, chips, dings, any cosmetic imperfections that we can find, and really just assessing the overall condition of the vehicle. And with my short time with this car, this is probably one of the cleanest examples we've had in a long time. Absolutely gorgeous. Full front clip PPF, full fender, hood, headlights, and front bumper fully protected in PPF paint protection film. Looking at this wheel, got a couple chips here and there. I don't see any rash. Got the Ferrari cap there. That's in great condition. Carbon ceramics. I mean, just look how clean that is. Beautiful. Caliper's nice and clean. Now if you get down here, you're gonna see some film protecting that area. And you're gonna see little impacts and stuff. Little bubbles in the film. But looking at that paint, looking at the depth, the quality is great. They did a good job on that. Mirror has PPF on it as well. That A-pillar looks good. Making our way down the door. Very light chip there. The rest of that door feels good. I don't see any dents, dings, or any other flaws there. We have film protecting this section. Looking at that quarter, that looks good. You also have film on the very edge there. This wheel, I don't see any curb rash. Once again, a couple chips. Looks like a little scratch there. Here on these tires. There's your tire size. Date code, I believe is 2014. So these are older. From a time standpoint, they need to be replaced. That looks good. Clarity on these headlights is amazing. Now, it's hard to tell if this is in the film or in the headlight lens, but you do see some water spots, some little runs in there. If you see that, you gotta be at the right angle. But I do see some, but the clarity, absolutely gorgeous. You're gonna see some little impacts on this film. I do not know when it was applied, so it's hard to tell if some of them have impacted the paint or not. So you're gonna see a few. Looking at the edge, All of that's in great condition. Looking at this, you have film on it protecting that section there. I don't see any on this lower part, but the impact zone there is fully protected. Looking at the nose, if you get down here, you're gonna see some flaws there, and it looks like it has some touch-up, so that probably has a chip under it. You can see the film is kind of lifting just a little there. Let's get underneath here and see if we have any rash. A little bit of rash on that plastic trim piece. The bumper though, that looks good. Here on this piece, man, that looks really nice. I'm not seeing any rash there. I only see it on that plastic guard. Nothing there, so just this plastic guard, so it's done a great job protecting that front bumper. Absolutely beautiful. Headlight nice and clear. Once again, little watermarks in there. Not sure if that's in the lens or just on that film. A couple bubbles on the PPF, but you got to get nice and close to see that. Have a little marking right there. I don't see any rash though. Beautiful wheels. Got a chip there. You got the protection on that side mirror. Little flaws in the film. A-pillar looks nice. Got a tiny chip on the edge there. It's been touched up. Other than that, looks good. You're gonna see some little markings from getting in and out on that lower rocker. Little scuffs. Got the film here protecting that. I mean, this is just beautiful. That looks good. Quarter panel's clean. Wheel looks amazing once again. Here's your tires. Date code of 2014. They still got good tread on them, but age-wise, they are due for a replacement. Scanning that deck lid, looks good. Glass is crystal clear. Those taillights look good. Exhaust tips are nice and clean. The back of this is beautiful. Let's get way under here. Let's check out this little diffuser. Very light rash right there. It stops here so you can't see it. A little bit there as well. Looks like we got a little touch-up spot here, if you can see that. I know this is way under the car. That one's smooth. That one's smooth. That one's got a tiny spot. And then right on the very edge. Very clean diffuser though. All right, looking at the interior, it is absolutely gorgeous. One of the cleanest ones I've ever seen. At that upper section, looks perfect. Small chip right there. The rest of that looks good. Near perfect door panel. Light scuffs getting in and out right there. Looking at that edge. Looks really good. You have very minor wear here on that bolster though. The rest of that looks good. Now keep in mind, in camera, that's not the accurate color. I would look at the photos. The video is not doing this interior color justice. That steering wheel looks good. Now here on the bottom, you do have some sort of like gash or crack or some flaw right there. Everything else though looks good. Here on that top side, that's nice. You do have some sticky button issue right there on that vent. Very light sticky button there. And a small amount here. It looks like that was kind of wiped down. The rest of that looks good. And then here you're gonna have the sticky button feel around that. And then that's perfect. Those look good. Those buttons are absolutely perfect. Everything else in here looks good. Here on this panel, upper section looks good. I don't feel any separation. A little marking there, but the rest of that is perfect. That looks good. I mean, this looks brand new. Here on this trim, that's in great condition. That leather looks good. That's clean. Those seats are almost perfect. Looking back here, that looks nice. Getting up close here, the e-brake handle looks good. All that carbon is clean. Leather's in great condition. I don't see any stains. Got a trickle charger mount right there. Glove box looks good. All of that feels perfect. Try to get up close for you. Then you have all the carbon here. That looks awesome. And then you have a car cover. You have a Puma Ferrari bag. Now it is all tore up. You can see it's ripping. Got your trickle charger. You got an umbrella, owner's manual. Got an extra part here. And then another Ferrari Puma bag. That one's in better condition, but still ripping. Just a little bit. The rest of the top looks great. All right, checking out the top, we do have some stains right there. Little marking here, small stain there, a couple markings. The clarity on that is really nice. I don't see any rips though. Feels really good. Looking at this side, it's in great condition. This side's pretty much perfect. I don't see any other flaws. And right here is a touch-up spot, if you can see that. Just one little guy. Looking at this engine bay. Beautiful. Glass looks good.